All right, welcome back to the TESTA Sales and Marketing Check-In. My name's Ian, Head of Marketing here with my good friend Jenny, Head of Sales. Jenny, how's it going? I know you're in Sweden. Things must be good.
Oh, it's great. The weather is not the best, but it's nice to come here for Easter and do some relaxation before landing on the island again and getting into the trade shows. I know you've been snorkeling for the weekend, but actually I wanted to ask you about that, but also I want to ask a little bit about your expectations, because you end up with NEXT now and you've been to a few industry shows now, but I mean, what's your expectations of my island and the exhibits?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Snorkeling was great on the weekend. Thank you for mentioning that, and it's a nice memory now. But as I look forward to NEXT, I'm really, thinking back also on our first year with TESTA doing exhibits at the trade shows. First was Sigma, Manila, then it was SBC in Lisbon, and those were both, gigantic shows. And we had a lot of meetings and a lot of footwork, and we did a lot of preparation. We prepared Sortsvin, vodka, and spicy licorice to give away, and that was fun, right? We might not do that anymore. It's a lot of fun, but it's a little bit too much work, bottling it yourself. But yeah, looking forward to NEXT. It's really, it seems to be a different thing. You've been a couple times now. What's your experience with the NEXT show in Valletta?
I mean, I love the NEXT show. That's one thing to say as well. It's a pleasure to go there, I have to say. And I mean, you love most exhibits. It's always good if you're in sales, you get to network and connect. But NEXT has something a little bit different because it's much more content driven, and you can also sit, and that's a place where you actually like to go and see the panels. Everyone has a different experience, but for me, it's really like that, and it's also a nice way to see Malta is really shown off as a very good place to be and a hub for gaming when you do NEXT in a different way to the other shows that happen in Malta, I would say. So I think you will enjoy it a lot, but it is different. So the preparations is of course different. We will have a booth there, but you can't expect the same kind of foot traffic, I would say. Not the same type, at least. There will be a lot of people there, but here people, I would say, come a lot more for what's happening on the stages.
Mm-hmm. The panels are interesting. Kyle's going to be speaking on a good one. Looking forward to that.
I think it's going to be a really nice one, because one thing I've seen from NEXT, which I really enjoy, is that you see these big names as well, and they're actually saying things that you're not hearing usually, or that you see in more curated magazines.
Yeah, okay, the title alone of his panel is Who's Winning, Who's Losing, and Who's Getting Screwed. I love it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun.
But I think it's a fun, bold conference that dares to ask a lot of questions as well and go a bit deeper. And then I would say the networking part for me is much more accessible as well. It's much more that they always have excellent food, one thing that you can circle. So you don't have to go out and find lunch from some kind of food truck here. They will actually there will be lunch served, and then you can do a bit of networking. It's really easy to meet people, and a lot of people that you want to meet will be there for sure.
Well, speaking of lunch and speaking of networking, it reminds me of one of my favorite stories. It was actually in 2023, G2E in Las Vegas. I was there with Kyle, and one day at lunch we were at the G2E cafeteria in line with pizza on paper plates, just waiting to pay, and Pierre Lint from NEXT was in line in front of us, and we struck up a conversation and sat down, talked about what each other were up to at G2E and what TESTA was all about, what NEXT was all about. One thing led to another, and we started publishing our iGaming testing reports on NEXT, and that's been one of our best campaigns over the last year. So there you go.
Wow.
Those little moments can lead to some.
Yeah, that's interesting how that happens. Yeah. It's one of our one of the things that we do that I'm most proud of. They do give a lot to people, I think, because it's not often that you can share that type of insight. Cool. I wonder what conversations. Do you have anything that you, any person that you dream about meeting? Then at next, dream is maybe a big word, but.
Pierre for sure. It would be good to see him again. Besides that, I've been a fan of listening to the talks by Leo Judkins recently.
Oh.
Talking about how to, cope with the pressure in the industry and how to, take some time off and how to unwind after work. That's been really valuable to me, and I love to talk to him personally and see him speak.
That's also something that you will find great at Next, because it has that leadership stage where they have a lot of fantastic panels, but you also have these smaller tracks upstairs where you can get a bit more intimate and actually ask questions and engage more on the marketing. And they also have the HR Connect and much more sustainability and other topics that get to shine a bit more. So you'll surely enjoy that. But then I'm looking forward to showing you and Kyle as well. It's a really beautiful place to be in Malta. It doesn't have it has a lot of charm to it, and the whole place is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I have a very charming room booked called the G House, which you have a bit of a connection to, Jenny.
Yeah, that's fun as well. It also shows how both digital networking and other networking works, because my husband is a property manager, and I just posted this on LinkedIn, and I actually have you, and I have 2 more people staying in different apartments from Mink Homes now. So we'll see how you definitely pick the best location for getting to the conference, because that's also a tip for people. First day, yeah, it's very likely that you get stuck in traffic. It's a small island, but it has a lot of cars. So I guess we'll take an early breakfast with you to beat the traffic there, and you will walk. It's about, I guess, 5-10 minutes walk. So you'll enjoy that for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Well done on the name selection for that. I chose it based on the name alone, the G House. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah.
Fantastic. And I'm really looking forward to it. The only thing I'm a little bit worried is how fast time is flying now until you arrive, until Next comes, because there's a lot of small things to do, small bits to put together before, but I look forward to having you on my island.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be preparing one little thing. I said that we're not going to be doing the Sortsvin vodka and licorice drink anymore. However, I'm going to be bringing Taiwanese millet wine, or xiaomijio.
I don't know what that is. What can you give me a?
It's an Aboriginal delicacy. All right. If you go up into the high mountains here, where the Aboriginals still live, they make this drink out of millet. It's a wine, and it's sweet and delicious, but it's got a strange but delicious flavor that your first drink is like, whoa, do I like that? But then you're on your second drink, no, I like that. It's okay. It's good. So that'll be fun. I'll be pouring that at the stand, L22. You'll be pouring it too. Yeah,
I will. And no, it's nice to bring something from our home base as well.
That's it. My home base, literally, for half my life here. Yeah.
Fantastic. No, looking forward to seeing you.
Yep. You too, Jenny. Until then, be in touch. Bye-bye.